I'm Donnie Cornucopia and here's tonight's top story. Local woman Lila Gold has gone missing. Authorities say her family hasn't spoken to her in weeks and they're beginning to fear the worst. Lila was last seen traveling to Waterville, Maine to be with her long-distance boyfriend, Ruphio Pheonix.
Psychosexual disorder is a medical term defined as a sexual problem that is psychological rather than physiological in origin.
I don't want to hear one word from fucking women unless it's yes, let me suck your dick, or yes, let me give you a hug.
In the late summer of 2021, 30-year-old Ruphio Pheonix was unemployed, living rent-free in an apartment paid for by his parents and taxpayers in Waterville, Maine.
After having an argument with my own mother who's like, you need a therapist. And I'm like, no, I need a love life that isn't painfully, traumatic to even live through. Like, the shit I have to go through vastly supersedes everything that you women ever go through, including childbirth. Literally.
He had not once held a job and had recently been exposed for lying about a cryptocurrency portfolio worth millions. It was around that time he began to experiment with a relatively new form of online dating, using an app called Discord. On Discord, he met his girlfriend, Lila Gold, who quickly became the subject of his infatuation.
Will you me lick your asshole?
I usually don't let people, put their face back there.
Smell of a very masculine man is one that will elicit a response in me that is hard to explain. I would love to inhale you.
I'd like to know that I smell masculine.
I will smell your masculinity when I put my face in your ass.
Oh my.
But when Lila made plans to move to Maine and move in with Ruphio, she was never seen or heard from again. Instead of calling the police, Ruphio continued playing video games and using Discord like nothing had happened. Other users of Discord who were friendly with Lila began growing suspicious of Ruphio, and several podcasts known for covering the true crime genre began picking up the case. But after several months into the fall of 2021, the case went cold, and Lila's family had all but given up hope.
You girls are lying, conceited masses!
The sleuths online continued to press Ruphio about several inconsistencies in his story, hoping to break the case harder than Ruphio had broken his own front teeth.
You mistreat us, you hate men, and you don't want to admit it. Well, you know what? I know you hate me, and you know what? I don't fucking care, because it's an emotion, and I now agree with that hate. How fucking dare you?
In 2024, a new break in the disappearance of Lila has been made. Here we will examine the interrogation of Ruphio Pheonix, his mental state at the time of his girlfriend's disappearance.
You owe me 1,000 apologies each. You owe every fucking girl on this planet, every one girl on this planet owes me 1,000 apologies each. And maybe a dinner date.
And whether or not a deadly combination of extreme fetishism and a lie about vaccination status were contributing factors toward Lila's untimely vanishing act.
They just stick you with a little tiny needle still. I don't like it. I hate it.
I feel very safe coming there now. I'm really excited, and once you get the second one, I'll be all good.
I'm not second one. No, this is the only one I'm getting. I'm getting the Moderna, and then I'm not getting another one.
The Moderna is a
series of 2 shots.
Yeah.
No, they told me I didn't need a second one.
They lied to you.
Yeah,
You're gonna tell me a licensed physician lied to me.
Yes.
I mean,
Now I've heard everything.
Look it up online.
Oh, he's gone.
That's a
He
two-part.
left.
This is JCS Criminal Psychology. This is AWFULWEEN. And this is Podawful.
Clean yourself up! Here's a white. You know what? I need something to throw at you for a minute. Excuse me for 1 minute. I need something to throw at you. Here's a paper towel. Here's a paper towel. Clean yourself up. Clean yourselves up.
Yeah, I miss Lila.
Wait, who's Lila? I wasn't around for Lila.
Rufio, you want to tell him about Lila? It's your story.
Let's move on to the next character on the list of Truth or Dare.
Hey, you said everything was on the table except
It is on the table. All right, so fair enough, I guess. Lila is an ex that I fell deeply in love with pretty quickly, just based on how our energy matched, and we seemed to have very common like-mindedness, and we had a lot of similar interests, but she ended up kind of sending a witch hunt out after me and made everybody think that I'd killed her.
She never did any of that. She disappeared.
Yeah, she did
Yeah,
up and play a Houdini pretty much.
So blaming people asking you about Lila on Lila is pretty strange, but we'll move
Yeah.
on.
A little strange.
It seems as though everywhere Ruphio goes, a trail of dead lie in his wake. Here, a few mere months after the presumed death of his girlfriend, Ruphio mourns the loss of his grandfather while displaying no obvious signs of actual sadness.
Well, I'm missing my grandfather. He just recently died. On my dad's side, my grandfather died. He's the man who taught me how to play piano and got me introduced into playing stringed instruments, starting with the violin. And he's gone. He's dead.
This is the cold demeanor of a classic clinical psychopath. Watch as he compares the death of a family member to the loss of several inanimate household objects.
A whole bunch of my recording equipment died as well. Like my microphone's gone. That's dead. Yeah, it was with me for like 10 years. So rest in peace, Cat U37. One of my cameras died. This one's probably getting ready to need a new battery or kick the bucket. One of the two. I hope not. One of my amplifiers one of my guitar amps finally died. I know, finally, right? Yeah, this is totally a good thing. $180 amplifier. Yeah, that's a good thing it died. No, that's another bad thing that happened this year. It's like people only ever want to hear the bad.
Notice the glaring omission of the death of his girlfriend in this long list of quote-unquote deaths. This is avoidance, an autistic defense mechanism used to shield the mind from anything that might put a hair across his rear end.
So I'm mourning, and you know what? Let's go play some guitar.
Okay, a bit unusual, but I guess I should be clear here. We did not edit in this dancing anime girl who looks suspiciously like a ghostly female apparition, perhaps dancing on its own grave. No, he did that himself. All right, we aren't psychopaths. I won't make you watch this whole thing.
Man, I'm gonna miss my grandfather.
Yeah, I was about to leave when Mom went in on me on that one.
Wow.
It was specifically over the fact that I was sharing that me and Lila were having, we were talking a lot, and then we were like talking good to each other.
Did she like read your text or something?
I was essentially standing in there, and I was standing up and telling her for a fact that like I want to introduce Lila to her.
Ruphio, moms are protective. She's gonna hate Lila no matter what because she's just a woman.
But I honestly think I told Lila this, but I honestly think that Mom's jealous because Lila's hot and Mom's dated.
Well, I mean,
your mom's kind of hot.
I'm actually glad I'm not my father. Like I'm actually glad.
Oh.
Like Mom loves me very much. She's always, and she's usually there when I need to talk, right? When I got some that maybe she can help me work through that other people can't, right? She's there, and I'm always kind of like that's how my family works. That's just what we do.
In psychoanalytic theory, the Oedipus complex refers to a son's sexual attitude towards his mother and strong desire to dominate or compete with his father, formed in the phallic stage of psychosexual development. Ruphio's relationship with his mother continues on in this tradition, well into his adulthood, and he seeks approval from her for new girlfriends, an approval he will never receive, because Ruphio's mother is fearful that her man-child is being catfished by online predators.
But with Dad, he's the beta male. Like I have attributes that look like him, but I'm a completely different animal, and it's all because I studied the wolf.
Oh, so he's
is he dominated by women?
Unfortunately, Mom continuously tries to control my life, and I absolutely tell her fuck off. Like, ask for her priding of me, and I ask that I honor their ways in some way.
Right.
But I also ask them to just know that I am free of the Earth's gravity at this point. Like I'm going where I need to go, and that place is heaven, one way or the other.
I've always picked up that your dad's sort of a beta cuck.
He is, unfortunately. And the fight I had with him and
the fight you were having
like
with them
they
earlier?
were both in on me on that. They went two-headed on this one. They went two-headed over the fact that I was trying to get them to understand that I'm going to, if when Lila comes up to see me, I'm going to bring Lila to meet them.
Why don't they want to meet?
Get over the past, man.
I mean, yeah,
Exactly.
every relationship has its problems.
All the shit that she's still pissed off with you guys.
Just had the dad watch.
She's still pissed off with you guys, and I'm just the way I see it.
No, we're all here for you, Ruphio.
She
just doesn't get it.
About it. She's still vengeful.
How do you figure that Chris fucked up so bad with trying to be her? Just that she was like, still hit.
Well, he was cheating in Call of Duty.
He's talking about Plank.
Lila had previously dated another Discord user by the name of Christopher Plank before dating Ruphio. Whereas Ruphio had not yet met Lila in real life, Plank and Lila had been physically intimate. Ruphio's relationship with Lila began after it was discovered that Plank had cheated at Call of Duty.
Ruphio, what happened was I was trying to train up for the match, and it became apparent when I was training with some of the cult members that it would be unlikely for me to beat you. So I did get a Chinese hacking suite that allowed me to predict where you were going to go and then also look through walls a bit.
You are such a bad person.
I'm sorry.
This, of course, broke the gamer honor code, and as a gamer girl, Lila was forced to begin a relationship with the new alpha of the server, Ruphio.
I was thinking about how I'm sorry that your mom's being such a to you about Lila.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's just how mom is, though.
As with many criminal suspects with mommy issues, the psychosexual perversions and deviations do not end in the home. Many display a keen interest in not just kink and erotica, but sadistic sexual violence as well, even if it is mostly against their own buttholes.
I want to turn my basement into a dungeon. I have cuffs, I have a swing, I have hog tying rope, I just recently replaced the last butt plug. I have a few vibrators and several different lubricants, all of which are water-based.
Gotcha. You don't like silicone-based lubricant?
No, too much viscosity is actually bad for you. It'll make you fat because your body absorbs that stuff naturally. Your ass is a receiving organ. I know that's going to be hard for you to understand, but that's a fact.
Well, isn't that something for the
stuff like that and turns it into fatties? Turns
something for the girl to worry about, not the guy?
If you're working in the world of kink and fetish, you want something that's going to be as healthy as possible and as pleasurable as possible as well.
I gotcha.
I want to make sure I heard something right. You said your ass is a receiving organ?
The anal cavity is considered a receiving organism because it does in fact absorb nutrients and it absorbs things from different things you put in it. Like high viscosity lubricants will actually turn into fat on your body. I have a couple of whips actually. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Like I have an entire little like box filled with stuff that I keep for that kind of thing. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want somebody like sticking their toy in me unless it's my toy, you know?
Sure.
So I go out and I replace them a few times every year.
Is that why you replaced the butt plugs?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Eventually, sexual deviancy, especially when pent up inside an involuntarily celibate male, can lead to homosexual experimentation in an otherwise heterosexual man. This is what is known as the loophole through the poop hole.
That's exactly why I replaced the butt plugs, yeah. I'll be nice enough to show you the butt plug I just bought. So, this is a $30 small butt plug. Hold up.
Does it come in like a protective case?
Yeah, it has a little nice bag for it. Nice little
Crown Royal bag.
It looks like that.
Oh, what's it made of?
Looks like a doorknob.
But this is just aluminum.
Aluminum, okay.
It's anodized aluminum. Anodized aluminum.
Is it solid or hollow?
That's solid. Fuck, man.
Kind of
Now-
looks like a
You could
movie.
spin that like a
you
top.
lube it up real quick, and then, or you can put it in dry, but you put it in, you kind of like twist it in, and then you just push it and plop it in your butt, and it stays there. That it's comfortable to do anal, and it's okay. This didn't hurt, so that dick probably won't hurt, and it looks really hot. You know,
But it's
There we
gonna.
go.
But it's gonna.
nah, anal shouldn't hurt, guy. If it hurts for your butt, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it
Yeah.
wrong if it hurts.
Where do you get that bug plug from? Like what website?
Probably get one from Amazon.
I actually have a sex shop. There's a shop just down the road from me. It's a specialty shop for all that stuff,
Oh.
and that's where I go to pick up stuff. Even though it's technically more cost efficient to go through like Amazon.
Yeah, like the convenience of a store. Get it now
Yeah.
instead of later. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of the same way.
I thought butt plugs would be bigger.
they do get bigger. You can get significantly larger butt plugs. I have to stick this in my butt. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, there are training sets that you can get to go from something that size into like something the size of a doorknob.
Wow.
Okay, it's like a gauge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Y'all talking about gauging your asshole?
It's not gauging. It's just It's just stretching you open, accepting to something larger than like 10 inches, guy. Like you're talking like dicks that are the size of like Lexington steel. That's what those are for. Yeah, like not every man was created equal, for sure. I wish I had a dick that big. I want to create my own personal dungeon in the basement, guy. And I have handcuffs, I have chains, I have hog tying rope, I have a few different toys, and I have a whole bunch of different lubricants, and I have like 1 or 2 whips and a switch paddle. I have a couple of harnesses and a swing.
Do you have a shovel?
Yep.
Are you into spanking at all, Ruphio?
Fuck yeah. Piss kink, cum swapping, cum bathing, you fucking name it. It's not that I don't enjoy being violent to some people. It's that I know how bad I can be if I get out of control.
Yeah. Has that
It's
ever
like watching
happened?
the Hulk go on rampage on steroids, guy. It's terrifying.
Gotcha.
How bad would you get?
Bad enough to the point where I will go through like flashbacks of what happened. That's how my rage works. If I come uncunted on someone, it's going to take an army to hold me down, and then I will remember small specific details from that interaction. If they want to be choked, that's a sexual desire that's normal. If they want to be choked, choke them a little bit. If they say go a little rougher, be a little bit firmer with it. When you go to choke them a little bit, you don't like go to like siphon the air out of their lungs. You go to hold them by their throat rather than like grip it.
Sure.
You go to like hold them and press your fingertips into the sides of them, but you don't constrain oxygen flow. You're just holding them from that position. And it's actually very sexually alluring. I've had a girl who let me put my belt latched around her neck.
What involving weapons? and
Knife
sex?
play, knife play, taser play, stuff like, oh my God, that sounds so hot. I've had girls who bloodlet with me before, like they cut themselves open and poured me a shot of their blood, and they had me drink it before having sex with them. So yeah, I've been into blood play before, but it can be excessively dangerous, especially considering that's where a lot of things can go wrong. One of my ex-girlfriends had a 40 bottle, cracked a 40 over her head, and it took 5 officers and 5 of my friends, 10 total people, to hold me against a chain link fence. And it wasn't for at least like 5 minutes that the cops were standing there trying to tell me, you better stop or we're going to shoot you. It took them 5 minutes to get me a cigarette and chill the fuck out. I had no cognitive reflection of what was going on. Whenever I get into a fight, I don't tend to remember what happens. I just go off impulse. I plowed this guy in the head once, just silently out of the blue, and he crumbled to the fucking ground. And for like a week to like 2 weeks straight, he walked around having a gouging bruise on the side of his face after having a broken jaw and 3 wires.
So
It is scary when you meet somebody who knows that they could die there and thinks they can survive it. It's scary as shit. And I use it as a weapon. I'm not going to go against a girl because if I do, she will not walk out of here. And I would have put her on the ground pretty hard. I'm pretty rugged when I fight. That's base as fuck. I believe thoroughly that girls instigate this shit, and that's why they end up getting beaten.
I mean, if you had to carry a woman, how far do you think you could carry her?
To a hospital.
Like,
From where I live to a hospital.
How far is that? Is it
half mile to like a couple miles from where I live?
So you can carry just like a woman's body to hospital half mile?
If I pump my adrenaline into what I'm doing, I'm sure I could walk her in arms to a hospital. I got retard strength. I've been told I have retard strength.
I mean, like, what would you do if like there was a woman that wanted to purposely make you look stupid, like embarrass you, and
dump that chick on the side of a dumpster and move on.
And you could carry her to that dumpster. What'd you do with that when that woman cheated on you?
I ditched her pretty quick, actually.
And ditch, yeah, fuck them.
No, I definitely had sex with her one more time, and then I fucking chucked her. Yeah, I definitely did that to her. I shouldn't have, but I did.
According to psychologists, these extreme sexual desires and Ruphio's inclination to seek out mystery women online likely stem from a repressed childhood brought about by his mother.
Mom, you were talking to me about I was telling you I kind of don't want to work for anybody, and I was telling you how nobody wants to work anymore. And what was it that you said? What was the response you gave me to that?
It's not that people don't want to work. It's that they're voicing the fact that the very wealthy corporate owners are making record windfall profits, getting richer, paying zero taxes, and not trickling down even little raises to their people so that they can afford the doubling rent and the doubling electricity and the food expenses.
Yeah, and I remember I told you something like they wouldn't be paying me enough to sustain a happy life, let alone afford nice things. You know, like no, that's not good enough. If you don't pay me with ample compensation and then allowance and a decent wage that allows me to afford all my bills and then nice things, you know, then no, I don't want to work for you. You're not paying me enough to work even 1 minute with you.
Ruphio often seeks validation and reassurance from his mother about his jobless, sedentary lifestyle, of which she is more than happy to enable.
Let me compare this for you. I can go to any of the local venues or bars or restaurants that have an open venue, and I can get paid up to $200 an hour to sit there and play guitar for 1 hour. I get $200 to do that. That is perfect for one night thing, right? That's perfect.
Just a quick reminder, this is what it sounds like when Ruphio plays music.
Whereas if a job paid me $200 an hour, I would gladly work for them because that would be fucking great. I could pay all of my bills in record time. There's so many things I could do with that. And quite honestly, all of the minimum wage jobs, $15 an hour, that's nowhere near enough.
No,
it's enough to slave. It's not enough to live.
Right, it's not.
All you got to do is book a venue. That's it. Book yourself into a venue performance, and you make bank. That's significantly less work than ever, and it pays enough to cover rent, food, and then some nice things, like up to maybe $200 or more worth in a guitar. You know, like we're talking like this pays wicked good for just 2 nights a week.
We're not getting out of anything alone.
United we stand, divided we fall.
That's right. And we need to be together on this. But you know what? Unfortunately, what has united people historically? This is an easy one.
Hate.
Huh?
Hate.
No. Well,
yeah, that's a pretty good one. Whenever a certain group of anything identified a common target, we all ganged up on it.
But it's a 3-letter word, and every time we've had a big one globally,
I don't know what.
Production.
I can't.
Production goes up.
I don't know, Mom. You're gonna have to really shoot that one.
War.
Ah, okay.
So it's been a long time since we had a real.
I should have known that one too. Man, I studied the art of war. I should have known that was gonna be one. Yeah. No one values the power of love anymore, at all.
I know.
I feel so alone.
John Lennon.
Yeah. I actually follow Lennon. Him and his wife were inseparable. He would bring her on stage with him during performance. She would just hide off in the corner of it. Like, for real. They were inseparable. That's what I want from a love life.
She was a quirky performance artist. So.
I don't care. Let her. She could be the fucking worst makeup artist in the history of mankind. And I would, and if she's hot, I would still date her. You know, like, damn. The last girl that I talked to, she called my music freakish because she heard it, and she's like, well, this isn't rap music, this isn't country music. And I'm like, no, this is called Finnish love metal. Do you not know what that is? It's called art. I don't know if you know how to spell the word art. You know, like, damn.
Art is a 3-letter word, much like war. A word that Ruphio could not remember only a moment ago, despite studying the art of war, and art containing 2/3 of the same letters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my mom. That's our conversation of the day.
Yeah, that's enough deep stuff, man.
The whining about money and jobs seems odd, considering that Ruphio claims to be independently wealthy. He told Lila he had made a fortune on cryptocurrency trading. Ruphio's inferiority complex is on clear display here, in front of Lila, as he is interrogated about his finances. Investigators would later theorize that his fear of Lila finding out the truth may have led to him harming her in some way.
Yeah, I'm going to give the biggest flex of all time, Jesse. Prepare for this one. You ready?
Okay.
I'm not employed, and I have more money than all of you. Shut the fuck up.
Jesse and James's wives both don't have jobs, guys.
There's a flex.
I don't know. If you're going to say everybody, you're going to have to prove it.
It's very interesting to me that people lie.
If you're going to say more than everybody here, you're going to have to prove it.
What's going on? I don't have to prove it. I'm not asking any of you what's in your fucking bank account. But then again, I know what's in mine.
Oh, well, I've definitely got more money.
Well, you said it's in crypto, so it's not in your bank account, right?
You can turn it into hard cash, though. I can turn that crypto into cold hard cash.
But you don't, because why?
Well, I do. I just do it periodically. You know, I still have a $2 bill in my wallet. It's like the luckiest $2 bill ever.
Can you show it to us?
No, fuck that.
Why?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to show you. I've already showed Lila. Lila knows in proof.
What a really weird thing to lie about.
You're going to call me a liar just because I don't have to show you.
Just show
it. The fact of the matter is, no, fuck you. I don't have to.
Well, fuck you.
No, man, you are too hip deep in my wallet.
I guarantee I have more cash than anybody here.
Just the $2 bills are pretty cool.
$2 bills.
Wait, those are two?
I wasn't impressed until I saw the $2 bills, and now I'm floored.
Oh, Ruphio has $2 bills too. How many do you have, babe?
Yes, I do.
How many do you have?
That's a lot of fucking wads.
To think each one of those $2 bills is worth $2.
That's twice as many as a regular.
Now, I seem to recall that a lot of the people in here are sort of independently wealthy.
Yeah.
Now, Carl, I remember you've got a pretty good amount of money. What do you work?
I've just been working, overtime and taking contracts.
What is the grand total, would you say, if you had to estimate?
We're in the 2.5s.
Lila, I know you've got a pretty good amount of money too, especially for a girl.
Yeah.
What are you working with right now?
I mean, just me on my own, probably 500,000.
That's not bad.
I don't expect,
That's exceptional, considering where I came from.
Come on, seat at the table for sure.
You think that's okay, Ruphio?
Yeah.
That makes me feel happy.
I think Ray is actually, I might be wrong, but I think he might be the richest person in here.
Lila, can I just say that you make me happy?
Did I make you happy before knowing my money and stuff?
Definitely. You still make me happy regardless. Like, the money is the least interesting to me.
Thank you.
Like, if I had no money and had a free life, everything to me came for free.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
if I had the ability to live my life free of anything, I know that's not possible, but if I were able to,
yeah,
you would still make me happy.
All right, here you go.
That's sweet.
I'm pulling up my bank account right now. I'm showing $4.2 $4,269,911.87.
I had to disable the video because I don't care.
Yeah,
and he doesn't need to be showing that to people.
Sam, Ray, I think you're the only one who's got more than me in here.
He doesn't need to be showing that to people, and even I don't show that to people.
Oh, you were the one who brought up money.
Like it's pretty easy to tell when somebody is doing well in their life. It's pretty easy to tell.
They live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
God damn, Trevor, I'm looking at what you posted here. You're doing real well, man.
882, 664, 22 is pretty nice. I just can't believe 882,000. That is. Are you married, Trevor? Urquhart, are you married? Or is that just...
No. I'm single, but I only date Asian girls.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So Lila, I want to ask you: does it make you a little bit happier knowing that you'll be able to have a guy who can provide for you?
Yeah, that is like obviously a big concern of mine. To be able to have that. So
with or without the money, do I make you happy?
Oh,
we already know how I feel about you.
Absolutely. Without the money, if we were just two.
I think it's obvious that the number one thing for a girl is knowing a guy can provide for her.
Yeah, it's just a security thing as far as feeling secure.
Like Lila, Jesse, Chewy, and maybe 2 others are impressed with me. Everyone else, angry, jealous, envious, hateful.
I mean,
like, it's okay to have a healthy amount of hate, but there is an unhealthy amount of hate.
I'm only
you do know that, right?
Rufio. I'm only impressed with Rufio as a person. All the rest of you, I'm impressed by your bank accounts. Rufio, I'm impressed with his soul. I do think Urquhart, how much did you say you had? I don't care. The point is, that's the only thing I'm impressed with about you. But I am impressed with Rufio as a person. I love him. Trevor, it's really good that you have, what was that, 800? 8? Yeah, am I impressed by numbers? Sure.
Oh, did Lila take off? Aw. Yeah, I guess she had to go take care of her dog or whatever. It's cool. All right, I'm out of here.
I'm Ruphio Pheonix.
Sorry about the jump scare, but as the past is a precursing event, I figured it would make sense to jump ahead back to 2024 and learn a little bit about Maine, the possible final resting place of Lila Gold. Here, Ruphio explains the paranormal nature of his home state.
People have asked me, what on earth happens in Maine? What weird cryptid shit goes on up here? Oh, you want to know, don't you? Well, I'll educate you. All right, so some of the things that happen up here, what kind of stuff happens up here? First of all, we have a wide variety of philosophers and scholars. On top of that, we're an upscaled class society. Number 2, that's just number 2. Number 3, we have a large paranormal activist area in our community, in our area. Some people go ghost hunting and EVP hunting and stuff like that, and often people will find a lot of cool stuff up here. May I also remind you that Stephen King, the author of The Shining, lives, or not The Shining, but Dark Tower. The author of Dark Tower lives in Bangor, Maine, but maybe an hour and a half drive from where I live. So there you go. There's one thing that's cool about the area. So we have a lot of like creepy horror stuff that happens up here, and it's actually very true. The Maine is originally home to a few different Native American tribes, all northern, nothing like the Navajo or the this or that. No, more like the Lenape and like and some of the Snow natives. They like their cold environments for some reason, but they were very close to water during the summer, spring, and fall, so they always had a supply of fish, which was good. But after that, they left behind former burial grounds. There's tons of ancient history to do with Maine. I'm so mad that nobody knows what goes on in Maine. All right, so first of all, I'm sure you guys have heard of these things out here on the internet called skinwalkers. No, that's not what you call them. That's disrespectful. You respect this spirit because it will fucking destroy you. All right, it's called a Wendigo. And a Wendigo is a shapeshifter. It is also a spirit of the woods. Okay, now it won't necessarily harm you if unprovoked. In fact, you could walk straight into the vicinity eye shot of it and wave at it and then walk away if it doesn't pay you any attention. Now, these are vengeful spirits and they are very real. I've encountered one under a bridge before. It was not a pretty sight. They're very stony colored. They're like little demons walking on Earth, but they are not demons. They are in fact inhabitants of Earth. They're just lesser known now than, I don't know, back in ancient Mesopotamia or before the burning of the Temple of Alexandria. They were more populated. You know, just like dragons and unicorns and centaurs have been found corpses around the planet now. The point is that archaeology and science has proven these things did in fact exist at one point, and thus I wonder where the stories came from. I guess is the first question that I should ask, because well, if the stories came from somewhere, oh, they were all delusional. No, I don't buy that for a second. I think that's an easy cop-out for the delusional term. I think that word is an easy cop-out for the fact that these things did in fact exist. Merfolk have been, mer people or some kind of odd fish person has been found before. That's been debunked, though, they think, but it's actually true. It's been locked down. That's something you'd know if you talked to the Rothschild family, but no one actually knows how to get in touch with them unless you actually know them. Another thing that you can do, they don't like that if you know. I don't personally know you guys, but I do have some Wizard Time friends. Okay, anyway, just a disclaimer. Got to protect myself. These people will literally lynch me for saying anything with their name in it, as long as it doesn't, like, you know, as long as it's good terms, I guess they're fine with it. But, you know, like, tread lightly, I guess. These people do not fuck around, and they are severely powerful. And no, I do not just mean money-wise. I mean in terms of, like, actual witchcraft and, like, influence on hench people and shit like that. Yeah. So anyway, in Maine we have a lot of hedge witches, and hedge witches are essentially earth witches, naturalists. They work with herbs, spices, and different remedies, crystal healing, medicinal massage, and like acupuncture, stuff like that. Tiger balm was founded by an Asian hedge witch, and that's another thing that I use. What else? We have hedge witches, we have rune readers, we have people who can speak Aramaic up in here. We got people who can speak, I can speak a little Aramaic, but no, for real, like there are actually a few people out there who can speak fluent Aramaic and in Maine, and nobody even knows who they are. That's who I think Maine's Illuminati actually are. I actually believe that. I don't think it's true, but I would actually believe that if it were. Another thing, we have a long list of encounters with witches and warlocks and celestial mages and stuff like that, celestial wizards and stuff like that. And the reason for this is because most of the people who were condemned at Salem ended up running up north to get away from the fucking southern Cretans. But yeah, no, for real. We ended up moving up north after a long time, and we ended up, a few settled in Maine. And I know my family did at some point, and like, yeah. Some of us, however, ended up settling in like Texas and other Louisiana and stuff like that, and ended up building a hoodoo community out of that. But yeah, in Maine, we have a lot of spiritual, supernatural shit going on. We do. Not only does Maine have a few different places in its just the state where it has magnetic polarity wells, where you can't just deny the fact that you can hook a circuit up to the dirt and get electricity. Yeah, I actually believe that ancient civilizations had electricity, and the reason I believe this is because Atlantis wasn't known as the most powerful empire on Pangaea for nothing, because they had possibly some form of energy storage, just like the Egyptians used the fucking pyramids of Giza as a source of water aqueduct to create wells of magnetic energy in the sand, just like in Skinwalker Ranch. According to, you know, scientists, there are wells of this stuff, this magnetic substance that comes from an underground waterway, that you can't just disturb, otherwise you're going to sink the whole fucking area. And this does happen in forms of stone. This happens in sand, dirt, earth, soil, and a lot of other stuff. This happens around the United States and almost nowhere else. May I remind you, nowhere else except certain places like Giza have this, okay? So the oldest remaining known civilization ruins have these things, and even some places that have been since updated and upscaled into modern society have these things, these wells of magnetic energy that come with electricity in the ground. Maine has such things too. And it's funny, I actually grew up on one of the most popular Halloween streets, or the second most pleasant place to live in Waterville, Maine. And on the second best street in Waterville, Maine, we lived on a nexus that was actually working in between the river, the Messalonski River, and the forest woodland that was, again, just over to the west. And then on that street, at least, where I lived. This is when I lived with my mom at this point, but I don't anymore. We also had it connected to two other elemental well springs that were nearby. So it's amazing to me how it's weird, because as a child I felt very awkward at home. Not that like my parents made me feel awkward, or like my peers, or no, it wasn't like that, because I'm not the guy who gets picked on. The people who do pick on me on the internet are just losers who don't know any better. And I really believe that. But we do have Wendigo, we have other types of spirits like that as well that exist somewhere among the trees, and they're very reclusive. They don't like people. They don't come out to say hi to us, just like Sasquatch is real. I believe that 100%. Bigfoot is definitely real. We have them up in Maine since we're closer to the Appalachian than anything else. And what else? We also have things like the jackalope. Do you know what that is? That's a rabbit that has this rare disorder that causes it to grow horns out of its skull as a form of sickness that it carries. A jackalope is a very rabid bunny, a very big rabid bunny. And that's just what a jackalope is. But it's not like they're magical or anything, but they are a special paranormal creature that has been explained later by science. And yet, these things did factually exist in large quantities at some point, because this illness was more prominent then than it is today. Now, I want you to keep in mind, with these things that exist in Maine, you never see them. You never will. I've gone looking. I've traveled around Maine with different philanthropists and cryptozoologists and stuff like that from Colby, and that's a college up here that I went to. But yeah, so like we can go out and look for these things. It doesn't mean we're gonna find it, but the point is that these things are so few in number, and they stay that way. They don't just build up a horde. No, they're not like bugs. They don't produce massive hordes in 5 days. They don't do that. In fact, they stay to like 1 or 2, maybe per mountain range, if that. You know, like that's how rare these things are now. They weren't so rare at one time, I'm sure, but they are, and they are existent today. I know people criticize, oh, Bigfoot isn't real. How come there's so much footage of it and evidence suggesting that there is? Oh, it's all been made by somebody who carved a wooden foot and stuck it in the ground. Yeah, sure, maybe back in the 70s. Definitely not now. No one's interested anymore. So how do you explain that? How do you explain it if no one's doing it? You know, like, there you go. So, exactly. Y'all have no argument and are arguing a non-point just based on disbelief. I find your lack of faith rather disturbing. Praise Zelda and the Triforce. More espresso, less depresso. But no, for real, like, people actually spend a lot of time up here traveling, and actually, the youth that comes to Maine will actually say that they've spent at least some time, if they were homeless, in an abandoned building, hearing noises they could otherwise only describe as hellish. And it's true. Maine has some places like this. There are some old abandoned buildings up here that have loads of dark history to them. And I know that a lot of you like your dark secrets about this or that, or dark truth reveal, or this bad secret of the bad boy. Get over yourselves. Anyway, these spirits do in fact exist. I know that I have seen at least one Wendigo, or what you guys call a skinwalker. I've seen one underneath the Gilman Street Bridge at one point when I was like 22. So and then it's never been there ever since. And by the way, the fact that I'm even talking about these things with you could drag one to me, you fucking assholes. Y'all just want to watch me suffer. I hate you. But no, for real, there's Wendigos up here, Bigfoot, jackalopes. What else? What else do we have? Oh, there's a large belief in I don't know if this one's up here, but I know there's a large population of Mainers that do in fact study the Mothman from down south and stuff like that, and the Jersey Devil and stuff like that. There's a lot of people up here who think that's real. I honestly kind of believe them, because I wouldn't put it past the world to have some secret cryptid that it didn't detail in the book of wildlife, because we've only been on this earth and in America for about 600. We've only been in America for about 600 years and only on this earth for a couple million, so or a couple thousand at this point. That's like what, 2 centuries, and that's like a millennium. All right, so my point being that is that there's loads of history up here. There's loads of history. There's loads of paranormal stuff that happens up here. People do, in fact, travel from out of state to visit here and vacation here, as well as go ghost hunting and cryptid hunting or archaeozoology, blah, 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 you name it, is up here. And it happens in Maine. Not only do we have some of the oldest graveyards in the Northeast, we have some Indian burial grounds that you can't go on, touch, and if you even step near it, it's been yellow taped off with a caution tape saying trespass at your fucking regard. Really, they do not like that. And there are reservations up here for the natives. We have loads of ability to go talk to them as long as we're polite and respectful of their ways. And I've actually had the courtesy of meeting a few of them, and some of them actually had some really cool spiritual advice to share with me when regarding trying to reconnect to the spirit. And I gotta tell you, I won't share that with you because they do like to keep that pretty hush-hush, but there is a large scale of paranormal activity that does happen in Maine. Stay awesome and a witchy ninja. I'll see you in another lifetime. Peace out, motherfuckers.
The Podawful shop is open again. Introducing Podawful software. Check out our Primo shirt collection and grab the perfect Ruphio Pheonix themed tee or hooded long sleeve, just in time for fall and winter. The She Lives Primo shirts feature a special design invoking Ruphio's first horror special, 2022's Buried Alive. These shirts are infused with special healing powers and are guaranteed to increase your swordsman stat by 6 mana points. Imagine God trying to figure out what to do with Ruphio's prayers. Get one while supplies last at podawful.shop. Podawful.shop.
Hey, Ruphio.
What? What's going on, homie?
When was the last time you went to Empire Vape Shop?
Couple of weeks.
Would you say they know you there?
Oh yeah, I am definitely one of the patrons there.
Hell yeah, brother.
One of their friends?
Well, yeah, I go to their vape comps every April. Yeah, I help them move in the glass cases that they put all their smoke pipes in. Like, that's where I go to buy my weed pipes. They ended up having a limited sale on a flavor called Phoenix Tears with a flavor comp that I made that was once just a special order. It was just a special order that I would order from their customers. Yeah, and then it turned out it ended up on the shelf for a while. It was called Phoenix.
Named Phoenix Tears?
It was named Phoenix Tears.
Aww. Oh, cool.
So at the beginning of each year, they have a vape competition at one of their local stores in Bangor. And I go there and I compete. Yeah, they have me on camera on their YouTube channel as well. They've seen me get third place, second place, and come tied with a state champion.
Due to Ruphio's complete lack of unemployment history, he has on multiple occasions lied and claimed to work for various local businesses. One of those businesses is Empire Vape Shop, where Ruphio spends an uncomfortable amount of time annoying employees and not actually buying anything. Along with claiming a sometimes off-the-books job at Empire, Ruphio has in the past also claimed to have been a volunteer at a pizza restaurant.
Are you competing to rip the fattest clouds?
The idea is to try to get it at the maximum or longer of 10 feet of cloud.
Whoa.
I can get anywhere between 8.5 to 9.5 feet. My lungs are cannons.
Wow.
Just imagine what happens when I blow a fat cloud all over her pussy.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
If maybe some will come out of my mouth.
I don't know if that can happen, but I mean, like, it'd be cool if I could also give you a lung-to-lung shotgun.
Yeah.
How about a lung-to-pussy shotgun?
I don't know. That might. No. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with putting it in her. I'm not okay with putting the cloud in her. Just kind of on her.
How about some lung-to-pussy resuscitation?
You know, I can give her tongue-to-pussy resuscitation. That sounds like a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Lila, what is like the absolute grossest shit you want Ruphio to do to you?
I want. We talked about fucking underneath that tree in the park.
Yeah, that's definitely on the menu.
I want you to take some rose bushes, thorns and all, and tie me up to the tree. And then
I don't know about rose bushes. We don't have many Maine wild rose bushes up here anymore. Like they're starting to go.
If you take rope and tie me up to that tree, and I kind of want you to fart on me in my face a little bit. I don't know.
I might fart on your leg though. I might fart on your leg if that's okay. I mean, like I'm gonna scream the word Semtex just for your information. Like I'm gonna fart on you and scream the word Semtex.
Please do, and then we'll both pee on the tree and have sex.
Marking your territory like wolves.
I got this weird phone call today. Not a phone call, but some recording of a phone call. I was going to ask you about it.
Sure.
Some guy named Dave Borat sent it to me.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Empire Whatever, Logan speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. My name's Dave. I'm with Factory Business Solutions. I do online e-liquid distribution. Are you somebody I would speak to regarding like who does hiring and things like that?
Hiring?
Right. Like, do you have like a human resources department, or is there somebody in charge of hiring I could speak to?
So hiring, we're completely staffed right now.
Right. I'm not calling about a job. I'm actually calling to somebody applied for a job with me and used you as a reference.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this then. How long have you worked there?
I've worked here for like 5 months.
5 months. Okay. So you wouldn't know a Brandon Irvin that may have worked there? He also goes by Ruphio Pheonix.
Ruphio Pheonix?
Yeah. Well, he wrote Pheonix here on his resume.
Yeah, he doesn't work here.
Did he ever work there?
He's never worked here.
Okay. He claims he invented a liquid called Pheonix Tears. Is that accurate?
I've never heard of it.
Okay. This is strange. He has like 2 other shops listed here. Does he hang around there a lot?
Yeah, he's a regular customer that comes in and hangs out.
Do you know if there's any reason he would claim to have worked for you?
Honestly, no. Rufio's never worked here, right? No, he's never worked here.
All right.
I have honestly no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I had an interview with him, and I mean, it seems like he knows what he's talking about a little bit, but he also seemed to be a bit full of himself. Would that be an accurate description?
What was the last part?
He seems to be a bit full of himself, like he does know a lot.
Confident. I don't really want this to get back to him. Like he's very overconfident in talking about things. Even if he says he's like a master of everything, even though he's constantly asking for help. So
you guys are out to try to ruin my life. I never ever claimed to work at Plugin Empire.
He's constantly asking for help, like for money.
No, not money, but like just advice for things. He's got the talents that he claims to have.
Gotcha. He also claims to have maybe helped move equipment. Does that sound familiar?
At the shop?
Yeah.
That's never happened.
That's never happened. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks.
No problem. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Bye.
I got something I want to say. And you know what I want to say to you guys? I want to say you guys are some fucking degenerates. Like, you try to ruin other people's lives and everybody else is trying to ruin your life.
Whoa, Ruphio. I don't even understand what just happened, man.
Conversation. Jesse, you're not a part of this conversation. They're trying to make it hard for me to get a job. This entire Discord server. People at Empire. I just walked to Empire Vape Shop and they said that sounded like a prank call. Y'all some fucking dumbasses. Knock it the fuck off. Go bully a pedophile. You can't bully me because I'm legitimate. Y'all need to fuck off with that shit.
It's not cool.
Like the other guy is lying because you did help them move. So what is that guy talking about? Do you think
you went there today?
So you said you just went there and they said it was a prank call, or
we both agreed it was probably a prank call because they even know that I don't claim that shit.
You ran over there just now?
I've never worked there. I've never even said I worked there. Like, this is definitely fucking bullshit.
So you know you're arrogant and all that kind of like. Does someone there have beef with you?
No one at Empire has beef with me. No one over there has an anger issue with me. Everybody so the people who I mostly surround myself with all respect me and trust me. Every one of them.
I know. I can tell from the way you talk about them. Well, this guy seemed to disrespect you massively, like a dick.
Oh, hey, Ruphio, settle a debate for me. Settle a debate. Would you ever date a black woman?
No, I'm not attracted to them.
They're pretty awesome.
For $1 million, would you?
Nope.
Ruphio suffers from a psychological condition known as penis envy, specifically in regard to African American men. Presumably, this is because he was born with what doctors have described as a small, malformed penis, like a witch's nose. As a result, he projects his envy of African American men as hatred of African American females and does not find them physically attractive.
What is it about black people that repulses you?
Their noses.
I just don't get hard to them.
Don't be coy, Scott.
I factually can't get hard to them.
Yeah, I can't get hard to them either.
If my dick said no, then I'm saying no.
But
that's just common logic, though. That's common sense.
What about that black girl who came to your house and scammed you for liquor? Were you hard for her?
No. No, like she tried to ride on me, and I was like, "Could you stop?" And she looked back like, "What the fuck?" Like she was shocked I said that.
I didn't know she tried to ride on you. I thought the issue is that instead of trying to have sex with you, she went to the bathroom and then tried to take all your alcohol. And then
she sat here and drank all my fucking alcohol.
She drank all your malt liquor?
You're the drunk
boy. Aren't you glad you're not black, Lana?
And then I wouldn't be able to be with such an amazing man. Ruphio is kind of everything I've ever wanted in a man.
And more?
Yeah, I would say so.
Did you know that these guys been trying to tell me that you're black?
What?
I was like, I know for a fact she's white. Like, I know for a fact she's white.
Wait,
I know for a fact.
Who's been doing that?
Who's been trying to tell you that?
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah.
Well, Plank was the first one to do it.
If she was black, would you be upset?
Wait, Plank said that?
Wasn't Plank?
Yeah, he said that to me.
He's very angry that I left him, and I think
that guy.
That's why he's doing that.
Plank honestly makes me want to throw up when I think about him.
Me
too. When I plank about him, I mean.
You know, a black girl once told me something that was actually very helpful about black guys. Is that they have to break you down specifically because you will intentionally fuck up. She's older than me. Her name's Patricia.
Fuck Patricia.
She's an older lady. But you know what? She's probably one of the only nice black people I can think of. She has exemption.
I'm still looking for one.
All right, so I've been all the way around the corner, and all I see is a Burger King.
I guess it's
good job, Bull. You can't even find the doctor's office. Waterville Family Practice. How about you Google it?
Well, you did say it was right around the corner.
I'm just saying, why? Where is it? It's supposed to be right here.
Well, I don't have to prove nothing to you, Lenny. You have proven yourself infinitely more unworth than I am.
Lila's gonna think that's real fucking weird when you don't have a vaccine and she ain't coming.
The man's voice you hear is another Discord user named Lenny, an African-American male onto whom Ruphio projects his insecurities. Before Lila could travel to see Ruphio, she required him to receive the COVID-19 vaccination, as her job as a medical professional required it. Users noticed, however, when Ruphio provided photo proof of his vaccination, that several elements of his photo did not line up, including the fact that he claimed a family practitioner provided his shot, but he had a Walgreens sticker on his arm and was visibly in a Walgreens parking lot. Concerned, Lenny took it upon himself to investigate further.
Well, that's not the case, so that isn't the case, and you're an idiot.
Well, you better prove this then.
If you have false suspicions, how are you going to do anything with false suspicion?
Well, he's
going to
bring them to Lila.
This ain't difficult.
Lenny, how are you going to do anything with false suspicion?
She's going to tell Lila.
Sure.
What's this? This is kind of, I never seen this before. A Rite Aid with a Walgreens side outside of it.
There's a doctor's office just around the corner.
It's not a Rite Aid. It's a Walgreens.
There's a doctor's office right around the corner.
I don't see it.
Here. Go up the road.
What's the doctor's name?
You are.
Where's the doctor's office? Is it further down the street?
Yep.
That's weird. That's weird because you got a picture taken across the street from that Walgreens.
Yeah, here, let me show you why. Lenny. Because I know that you are. I understand that you're a visual
all the way down the
creature.
street with the Walgreens in the background. When you said the doctor's office is right across the street.
Hey, Lenny, do me a favor and shut your poor mouth for a minute, please.
You were very adamant about that doctor's office being right down the street, but now
right
it's
around the corner.
Down the road.
Around the corner.
It is right down the road.
Real
you see
far
these?
down the road.
Do you see these?
Now.
Hey, Lenny, shut your mouth for a minute and look at my hand. Do you see those pills?
What? Those will fit your little
Walgreens
brain?
is where I go to get my meds, homie.
For your little brain?
Well, we're not disputing that you went to a doctor's office once. We're disputing you went to the doctor's office to get the vaccine, is what you claim.
Go ahead and Google Waterville Family Practice. I literally can walk from my house to Waterville Family Practice. I'm not playing your game.
All right, we'll just drive around.
I won't be playing your game.
I'm on your side here, Ruphio, but he seems to be winning this game because
he's very hostile, but he's not going to win. I have a solid defense.
Service.
He can't do anything.
Don't need that after I fuck that ass.
Well, you did say it was right around the corner.
I'm just saying, why? Where is it? It's supposed to be right here. All right, why do you get the Walgreens sticker then?
Because it was in a basket, a wicker basket that was at the doctor's office, literally at Waterville Family Practice.
The Walgreens sticker was that?
Spent a lot of time here, I bet.
Where?
Right here, Empire Vape Shop.
Yes, I do. That's where I go to get my stuff.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Which ATM do you use to pull your Bitcoin out?
I don't use an ATM at Empire. That's where you can go to put money in and make Bitcoin. That's where you go to put hard cash in.
Stickers at? Where'd you get that Walgreens sticker at?
Waterville Family Practice.
Last time I went to the doctor, they didn't have Walgreens stickers. That's a little fucking weird.
Well, you don't live anywhere where I do, so.
Well, Augusta's not that far.
I've been everywhere, man.
I don't believe that. I got a really good feeling that he's just hollow words, empty threats, and holding suspect for the sake of suspect because he's a suspect and has nothing else to do with his life.
Let me see that vaccine card.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
no, I don't trust you with that information.
Ruphio, you have to think about this. He's going to tell
No,
Lila.
I don't have to trust him for anything right now.
I didn't say trust him. I didn't say trust him. You have to think about this. He is going to go
I've got
to
this
Lila.
pretty well figured out.
He's going to Lila with this information. You need to disprove his claim.
I don't have to because I know what I said to be 100% true because he isn't walking in my shoes.
You have to convince other people that
I
it's
don't
true.
have to, actually.
Yes, you do. That person is Lila.
No, I don't.
Lila's not coming unless you're vaccinated.
That's a good idea. Let's take a walk in those shoes.
You won't. You can't even fit them. What size you wear, homie? You couldn't fit my shoes. The way I see it, I have nothing I need to prove to him. He's just being an idiot.
Well, you're going to need to think of
practice is right here. but you took the picture after you got the vaccine.
Yeah, I had to go get my meds.
Way across the town.
I had to go get medications.
This ain't really.
I got
just
2
around
little
the
white
corner.
pills I got to take. Do you want to know why I take those meds? It's because of people like you.
Because your ass is crazy.
No, because people like you genuinely piss me off. Like without those meds, I wouldn't.
I think the day-to-day stress of life pisses you off because you can't.
I love life. My life is fucking awesome.
You can't go from your life is awesome to you need pills to deal with life. Just that quick.
Not to deal with life at all.
Oh yeah, to deal with people like him.
I mean, make this all stop. Show me the vaccine card.
No.
Why? You got
because I don't have
information
to.
on there.
Cover up
Yes, there is
everything.
sensitive information on there.
Cover up everything but your
Like my
first name.
SSN number.
Nope, those aren't.
I'm not showing you that. No, I'm not showing you any of that.
That ain't on a vaccine.
No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Lenny. I don't trust you, Lenny.
I'll put one on camera right now.
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see the proof?
I don't want to see. I don't care about that.
Show me your social security number, or quit.
No, I'm not showing you none of
Show
that
me your
shit.
social security number, or
No,
quit.
hang on, Ruphio. Your social security number is not on your vaccine card.
It is.
No, it's not. That's a lie.
It is on my vaccine card.
There is no vaccine card.
No.
for social security.
I have nothing I need proof to you. I don't know where he got his vaccination, but I know where I
It
got
says
mine.
the CDC. They come from the CDC. They're same card.
Got it at a hospital.
Well, you know what, Lenny? I don't trust you, but I trust Lila more than I trust you.
Well, Lila's not going to trust.
Lila's going to trust you when I'm done talking to her.
Rufio,
Yeah.
why
I
not
don't
just
know.
show him where you got the shot by showing the part on the card?
I think Lenny's jealous.
It's actually envy, not jealousy.
No, that's jealousy.
Nope, jealousy is he's afraid that you're going to.
Demands of proof. Envy demands
I don't
of
think I need to be
envy
jealous.
demands of request to excellence.
You just made that up.
No,
Jealousy
that's a
is
fact.
your.
Those are both facts.
Jealousy is a fear that someone's going to take something from you.
No, envy seeks perfection.
That's bullshit.
Jealousy
You just made that up.
demand proof. Superstition
that's-
add jealousy.
That's
Envy add
gobbledygook.
excellence.
That's psychobabble.
No, those are facts.
The investigators try a good cop, bad cop, worse cop approach to drag the information out of the suspect.
All right, Rufio, I believe you got the vaccine because I saw the photo of you with the sticker and everything. But you know, on the vaccine,
Thank you, Jesse.
Walgreens sticker, the Walgreens sticker.
on the vaccine card, it says where you got it. You could just cover up all the other information and show them that to prove it.
I don't have any need to prove what I've already done at this point.
I think
Well, you're
Lila
gonna
will
have
want
to-
that proof. I
Yeah.
think Lila will want that proof.
You're going to have to
Well, I was
convince
going
her.
to get another picture of me getting stuck with a needle, and I won't like it very much. You're an incel who literally hates himself and everyone else.
Rufio, you know I don't think you're a fake. I believe you went there. I've seen the photo.
Thank you, Jesse.
I do.
Would you vouch for me, Jesse?
I 100% do. I do worry that as a medical professional, Lila will want to see it now.
That's she's not going to get the card, but she'll get another picture of me getting stuck with a needle.
Did you take a photo of you getting stuck with a needle?
No, I took after when I got stuck and came back out with my meds.
At Rite Aid.
I went to no, I didn't go to Rite Aid. I went to Walgreens to go pick up my meds after I went to Waterville Family Practice.
I'm sure that Lila will be able to tell her boss that a picture.
And
of
you
me
are
with a needle
desperate
is
to
good
attack
enough.
my confidence. That's what I
good
feel.
enough. I think
You
it'll
guys
be
are
good
desperate
enough.
to
Don't
attack
you?
my confidence.
Don't you guys?
So you're just So what you'll do is when you get the second shot, you'll take a photo and send it to her.
Yep.
Okay.
Of you getting the shot.
And that will be good enough to risk her career for. Yeah. Okay.
Man, you think the worst
White
things
man,
with white people?
white man come up with the best ideas. White man come up with the best ideas.
Someone could be the most
Thank you.
beautiful person.
At least we ain't shit.
If you guys have really tried out your
Are black people
That's right.
shit?
You ain't that. That's right. You ain't shit.
You're right. I'm not shit. I'm a decent human being watching another man act like
No,
shit.
you ain't.
Months later, after Lila's disappearance and the legal declaration of her death, Ruphio returned to Discord and was confronted.
Well, look who it is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh shit, he's back.
What's going on?
Ruphio Pheonix.
Uh-oh, it's Jesse.
Haven't heard from you in quite a while.
You know me, I fall silent every once in a while.
You fell silent at a very bad time.
And why was that? Because some girl decided to start some fake witch hunt over me?
We haven't fucking heard from her in months.
You're bringing focus to stuff that I've let go of by now.
Let go of your dead girlfriend? That you just let go of that?
She isn't dead. She's alive and well. She's just off in her own cold-hearted little space right now.
Oh, and isn't talking to anybody, including her own family.
She's probably self-healing. That's what I'd think.
Self-healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what? From what kind of wounds are we talking about?
She probably fell in love with me. She's taking time to recover from falling in love with someone.
And what exactly happened where you guys aren't together anymore?
I mean, like, she did start a witch hunt, so she might feel a little guilty or a little something.
What do you mean by started a witch hunt?
Ruphio's choice of words here is telling because he now fully admits to, in fact, being a witch. This is a confession.
As far as we know, she's dead. She's been declared legally dead.
Do you know how many girls fake their death? You know what I can honestly tell you? When she's ready to be found, she will be there.
That sounds a lot. That sounds a lot like you're talking about where her body's located.
No, when she herself as a person is ready to be found, she will appear on her own time.
It's been fucking 4 months.
Okay.
What? Okay, and you don't care. So what exactly? At what point did you just say I don't even care about my girlfriend anymore?
Months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe around September.
This is history. This is past. This is
like maybe around the 1st of September.
Why is this so important to you, Jessica?
That you said she was your twin flame.
She was, but she is. She's not here, and she is a thing of the past.
What the?
I have moved on, and I bet you, if anything, she's out there moving on and living her life.
Would you like to help to catch your killer?
No. I don't need to be getting involved in that kind of thing.
Wow.
Either way, I'm still innocent.
Will you?
Y'all have no room to be harassing me like this.
Do you understand?
Can we talk about something else?
Do you understand?
No, I don't understand because I'm innocent.
Will you let me finish me?
All right, hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ruphio Pheonix, and I have a dark confession to make that may surprise and shock all of you, actually. So for those of you who don't know, I am originally Irish in my bloodline and in my heritage, and later on traveled on the Mayflower in my ancestry over to America and settled in Salem, Massachusetts, or what it was once just Salem. And I'm related to the Salem witches in a few of them, actually, but yeah. Oddly enough, I think one of the weirdest things I can actually say is that, you know how some of my friends, some of my subscribers and friends, they're like, how are you doing it? How are you getting all of this life story in one room? How are you manifesting this? How are you doing this? How much money do you have? Where do you work? And like stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you the dead honest truth. I sold my soul, and now I use magic to accumulate anything I could ever want. Subscribe. Maybe I'll teach you.
Despite revealing his dark secret to the world in 2024, Ruphio may still be cleared of any wrongdoing. Several months ago, a familiar face came forward to investigators with a new tip that Lila had, in fact, been catfishing Ruphio the entire time, and was not who she claimed to be.
Oh, hey. Yeah, it's me, it's Plank. Ruphio, man. Like, I dated Lila. I knew her in real life, and she's black. She's a black person. Now, the last thing that she told me that she wanted to start over. She wanted to like start over. I don't know what that means. It doesn't make any sense. And like honestly, I hope she's okay. I'm not even sure why I'm making this video. This is fucking stupid. All right.
I can feel you, Lila.